Welcome to the Nobody Knows podcast with Callie Zamzo. Join us for conversations with local changemakers and hear the stories that don't always get told. It'll be honest, messy and beautiful, touching and humorous. Slow down, pour a glass, and pull up a chair. This is the Nobody Knows podcast.
Welcome to the Nobody Knows podcast. This is a particularly special recording because I've been surprised with a guest that I was not expecting. I was all set to have somebody else in the studio, and I was had my head down prepping, and I had my daughter walk in, and I thought she was just coming in to say hello, and I realized she's my guest today, and it's just a surprise, and it's so wonderful, and I'm so excited. And before I knew this, I had already planned what I was going to talk about, and that's this period of time right now that I'm in that is like all consuming in my life because I only have one daughter, and she just turned 18, and she graduated from high school this spring, and she's headed off to college this fall. And so we're in this interesting summertime, and I have kind of jokingly called it purgatory because, in the Roman Catholic Church, they say that, you pass away, but before you actually enter the gates of heaven, you go into this sort of like cleansing period. But it's like a momentary piece of time where you're not alive and you're also not in heaven yet. And so anyway, I feel like this is somewhat purgatory-esque because I really want to slow time down because this is like last times with my daughter before she heads off to this like life-changing journey. But also it's really hard to just be at the summer. Like I'm feeling like I'm itchy because I just want to, like in some ways I want to move it forward. But I know that as soon as she's gone, and not gone forever, but for a little while, that I'm going to wish I had this summer back. And so I'm just really caught in this very strange place that I've never been before. So I was going to say that without you being my guest, but here you are. So welcome to the studio, my daughter, Rafielle Zamzo.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you here. So why don't you take just a moment? Do you want to tell people a little bit about who you are and what you're about to head off to do?
I mean, sure. So my name's Rafielle Zamzo. I'm 18, and I'm headed off to NYU Tisch this fall, and I'm majoring in theater. I've kind of been a theater nerd my whole life, but growing up in Boise, we don't have a ton of theater options, especially not in my schools that I went to over the years. So my theater background is not super diverse, but I've always had my sights set on NYU, and getting to study theater there, I'm super, super excited for. And I mean, I'm kind of in the same purgatory as my mom because I don't have all the information, and everybody's asking me for information. I don't have information to give them. And as soon as I get information, I give it to them, and then they ask more questions, and I'm like, this is all I have. You have all that I know. And yes, Mom, I do have homework, and yes, ma'am, I am working on it, and da-da-da-da. So I'm stuck in the same purgatory as my mom. But yeah, with the 29 days that I have left, I'm definitely going to probably want this time back when I'm on the East Coast.
No doubt. Well, I understand that we're flipping this podcast on its ear here a little bit and that you have questions for me.
I do.
Oh boy, here we go.
Do you want to start into those?
Sure. I'm a little nervous, I gotta admit.
Okay, my first question for you, Mom, is when you think about me leaving for college, what is the first thing that pops into your head?
Oh my gosh, you're just gonna try to make me cry this whole episode, aren't you? The first thing that I think about is I'm just so proud of you. Oh boy, I am gonna cry. I was not like you when I was your age. I did go off to college. I went to California, and I thought that was very, very, very far away, and it was what I could handle. I didn't even have New York City on my brain at all. Like that was out of the question. That might as well have been Europe as far as I was concerned. It was just, and the fact that you not only are excited about going to a place that is far away, but also, I mean, it's very different than Boise. Mm-hmm. And it's like, in some ways, people say it's the center of the universe. I mean, there's so much going on in New York City. And I'm in awe when I think about the difference in, I mean, you share a lot of my genetics, but you're so very different in how capable and how brave you are. So that's what I think about. And I think about it a lot, in case you're wondering. Anytime I want to make myself cry, I think about it.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, going back to you talking about going to college in California, which I didn't know about, but it's okay. What were you most scared of when you left for home the first time?
Oh, I think I was most scared about the relationships that I was going to build. I wasn't sure. I didn't know anybody I went to Santa Clara. I didn't know anybody. And I was really, really worried about whether I was going to find my people. And it was scary to me. I wasn't sure how that worked, how you walk in flat-footed. And the thing that I didn't know at the time, but I very quickly learned and reminded myself of almost daily for a little while, is that everybody there was in the same boat. But I didn't know that going into it. I was just very, very worried about that. And it does matter. And you've seen me. I'm still friends with my friends from Santa Clara. We've held on to those friendships now for quite some time. We like to gather. We still gather. Sometimes they come and visit, and you know them. So you've seen that the bonding that you have with your college friends is unlike anything else. Like, it just really is. I think there's something about not having your parents or your home or any of the things that you're accustomed to. And the same thing with your roommate, and the same thing for the kids next door. And you bond like nobody's business, whether you like it or not. And sometimes, some of the people that I bond with, I love them, but, we're not super close because, we're not great friends, but we're still bonded because we went through something that is unlike anything else. It's just a very unique time. I'm excited for you to have that experience.
Thanks, Mom. What's one thing you wish you did more of in college? And going off of that, one thing you wish you had done less of?
Oh, wow. I wish I would have been more involved in like clubs and things like that. I was, for a time, I kind of got into the academic part, but then I joined a sorority, and that kind of lightened me up a little bit. And really, the things that we did in the sorority, and frankly, some of the shenanigans, made college really memorable. And I realized if I had done more things like that, if I had joined some things and, maybe tried some new things, joined clubs of activities I hadn't done before, did intramural volleyball or something that would have been, it probably would have enriched the process even more. So that was that. I would do more of that. Less? Oh, what do I say with my daughter in the room that I would do less of?
Mom.
This is a really hard one as far as less of. I guess as I look back on it with my current situation, I probably would have done less longing for home, if that makes sense. That's kind of reverse that too, like getting more involved with things, which kind of go hand in hand. But I did spend some time that I can't get back, just, wishing I was back home again. And the time goes so fast. Like 4 years are going to be gone. And you think about your high school and how quickly that went. Those 4 years went so fast. College is going to be just like that. It'll be a blink of an eye, and you'll be asking if you can stay a fifth year. The answer is no. But yeah, get into it and get going. And when you'll have times where you're longing for home, but I think as quickly as you can get out of that and say, nah, you know what, I'm going to be in the now right now, and I'll be home in 57 days or whatever it is. And you
56.
We'll be 56. That's right. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of a strange answer, I realize, but anyway,
Sure.
There you go. Of course you're going to do that.
I had to. Mom, what is your funniest or most embarrassing college story?
Oh my gosh. It's still hands down my current most embarrassing moment. So at Santa Clara, there was this, and it's still there, but now it's filled in with grass, but there was this square. It was called Kennedy Mall. And my dorm sat right on Kennedy Mall. And I was up on the 6th floor. Oh, actually, no, that's right. So I was up on the 6th floor, and then of course you walk across campus and, go to your classes. Well, it was a rainy day, and I had spent the weekend before with my Aunt Katie, my mom's twin sister, as you know. who lived about 45 minutes away. And I'd spend the weekend with her, and we were talking about nylons and like leggings and things like that. And she had introduced the concept that really nylons are underwear. So you don't really have to wear underwear under your nylons. So this had just been introduced to me, and I had some nylons and I was wearing a dress that day. And so I decided to take her advice. Well, I had my backpack on and this long skirt, and the backpack, every step that I took, and I think that the humidity in the air caused part of it, the backpack began to grab the back of my skirt and slowly, with every step, hike it up to where it was gathered up underneath my backpack by the time I got to class. And as you know, because I was wearing nylons and with my newly found, way to wear them, I think I exposed my behind to pretty much everybody on campus as I walked to class. And it was like my furthest class. So I walked all the way through campus that way. I only noticed it when I sat down and it was really cold. And I looked down and I realized that my skirt, and I went to go take my backpack off and my skirt was all bunched up. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think I just sat there red-faced and embarrassed the entire class. I probably didn't learn anything that day. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I don't think I learned anything that day.
Oh, that's painful.
So bad.
I mean, I had a similar experience the other day when I was wearing jeans while babysitting two 10-year-old boys, and I was sitting down while they were doing their homework, and the seat was oddly cold, and I had realized that I had split the entire back of my pants open, and who knows how long it's been that way.
I'm so surprised that the boys didn't notice. That seems like such a thing that they would do. They'd be like, what?
Like,
they're such nice kids. They probably really didn't even notice. They just...
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope.
So embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Boy, I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Sorry about that one.
It's okay, Mom. Okay, we're diving into a deeper question. What is something that you don't think I know yet about life on my own?
Oh my gosh.
I nailed these questions, didn't I?
Wow. What I think that you don't yet know
about life on my own.
About life on your own. I think gotta swallow down a lump here. You don't know. You don't know how amazing you are. And you have so much. You have so much going for you. And you have so many things that you're doing right now. And you're just trying to put one foot in front of the other. Not in one of each other, but one foot in front of the other. And you're trying, you have so much that you're juggling that you can't possibly know. And when you're in the thick of it, you won't know then either. But at some point, you will look back and you'll say, holy shit, I did that. Like you're going to do, and then you'll begin to kind of come into your own. I think there'll be this kind of reckoning with yourself, I think. But everybody around you can see your greatness. I hear it all the time. And I think it's probably good that you don't. I think that's healthy. And I think that's I think it's a good thing. But man, it's going to be fun to watch you when you do, when you fully understand how powerful you are, B, how capable you are, how smart you are. Just, yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
You were my role model who got me to be that person.
Oh,
you know
boy.
that, right?
This is terrible. I'm just like tearing up right and left.
Okay. What is something about me that reminds you of yourself at my age?
Oh gosh. I think you and I have the same outlook on life. I think we have this like it's all going to work out kind of, and sometimes that's dangerous because sometimes guess what? It doesn't work out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think that I think there, and it's a blessing and a curse, but mostly I think it's a blessing. It has served me well to always have this, this sort of positivity about things and saying, well, let's give it a try and it's going to be okay. It's all going to work out. And But I see that in you. It's a little different flavor in you. Mm-hmm. Again, you know, you have this different take on life, and you know, it's yours. It's your take on it. But I do think sometimes I'll see you, you know, jumping before looking, because there's probably water in the pool. You know, I mean, and that's very much how I can be. And so it makes me cringe sometimes. I think, I don't know if that was so great. But then I also have to look in the mirror and say, she probably learned it from you, Callie. So, yeah. Boy, these are good questions.
Thank you.
They're hard. You're making me think and feel. Darn it.
Okay, Mom. What's something about me that is totally different from you in a good way? Obviously, don't talk about the bad stuff, Mom.
Oh boy, this could be fun. Okay, so something about you that is totally different. Say that again.
What is something about me that's totally different from you in a good way?
I think you and I can both be performers, but you're much better at it than I am. Like you've been, I mean, you took a guitar. I think you were in like 5th grade when you decided to sing a song in front of the whole school, and you chose to sing a Taylor Swift song that could get everybody to start singing along with you. And you were by yourself with an acoustic guitar, and you got the whole gymnasium singing a song. Like I never would have had that. I didn't know how to play guitar at that age. You've been playing guitar since you were really, really little. But I also there's an aspect to how you perform, and literally when you're performing, like when you're creating songs or when you're acting or when you're, and it just seems so second nature to you. I love doing it. It's not second nature to me. I mean, you can talk to Jody, the producer, about how difficult it is for me just to, you know, one memorized line, get it out and say it right. Whereas you would probably knock it out in one set. You know, it's like you're just better at that. And it's really fun to watch. It's really fun. I mean, you're a fun entertainer. Like I a lot of times when you're doing things, I forget that you're my daughter sometimes. Like I'll see you performing and I'm like, man, like this kid's good. I'm like, oh yeah, and she's my kid. But that's you, baby. That's you.
How you feeling, Mom?
I'm feeling good. This is fun. It's fun to talk to you.
Yeah,
for the whole world to see.
A lot. Okay, Mom. What do you think is the best thing about this new chapter for me?
I think that you're gonna like adulting.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I think that you, as an only child, I think you've spent your life around adults. Mm-hmm. And that the times when you have struggled and maybe not enjoyed it as much as when you were around your peers. Mm-hmm. And I think entering this adult world, I think the adult world is going to eat you up. They're just going to love you because they always have. And so I think you're going to like it too. I think you're going to be like, all right. Now, much like, so you remember you took that Boise State class last year. Mm-hmm. And they were all like juniors and seniors, and you were a junior in high school. No, you were sophomore. You were a senior.
I was a senior.
Senior, that's right. But you were commuting over to Boise State and taking this class with these kids. And some of them were getting ready to graduate, and none of them knew that you were a high school kid. And they just welcomed you in, and remember that feeling that you had? You were like, oh, they're treating me like nobody's belittling me, nobody's like competing with me, like we're all, and that's a little part of adulting that I think that you're going to really like.
Yeah, I think so too. I remember when I did my first performance in that class, and I just announced, like, I'm really nervous. I've never done this before. And they were like, you're going to do great. We just know it. Like, it was super supportive, and I didn't even know their names. I don't even think they knew my name. And if they did, sorry, I didn't know your name. Like, it was so eye-opening. And even just to have that one class twice a week for one semester, like, it really made high school for me. So
I think it helped you decide on taking a bigger leap with your college too, because it was like, I think I can do this. This is fun.
Yeah. It especially helped me with the decision between business and theater.
Yeah.
They're both important aspects in my life, and theater took the lead.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for the first show that you're gonna be in that I get to go to.
Me too. Me too, Mom. Speaking of you getting to see my shows, what do you hope our relationship looks like when I'm away?
Oh, I hope that I am able to, from afar, be able to, and I don't mean to say parent you, because I think at this point it's much different. It's not the same as parenting, but I hope that from afar we're able to continue to build on our relationship in this new, different way. I mean, we were talking before the show about how we just went to Vegas together, and it was like an adult trip, the two of us, and we really did treat each other as peers that entire time. That's what I look forward to. I know there'll straight up be times where you're calling your mama and we just want to have a conversation where I'm clearly your mom and you're the daughter, and but I do look forward to kind of the shift in that, and hearing about your day and taking it all in. I can already imagine how it's going to be. It really is going to be an incredible chapter. Although I'm very scared about it too, if I can be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm so terrified. I'm so scared.
This is new. It's new territory for us for sure.
Yeah, scared and terrified and excited all in one.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I have one more question for you.
Okay.
If you could leave me with one piece of mom wisdom that I would actually listen to, what would it be?
Oh boy. Is there such a thing? Piece of mom wisdom that you would actually listen to. Okay. This is legit. Like, I was thinking about this recently. I would really like to see you learn how to be quiet with yourself, to meditate or to do yoga or to do some sort of a non-electronic thing where you are with yourself, where you listen to yourself, where you just listen to the universe, but where you give yourself the gift of shutting the world out and remembering that you are whole and perfect and everything is okay. Like, it really is okay. And when you can learn to do that every once in a while for yourself, it will help your life. It has helped mine tremendously. And usually when I'm, whirling off course and things don't feel right and I'm not sleeping well, so maybe I should be talking to myself right now about that because I'm not sleeping well. But usually during those times, I'm not being quiet and listening to that inner voice and shutting everything down. And it is a practice, and it's not easy at first. You're like sitting there thinking, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is a waste of time. Why? And in time, you can get to a point where you can be really, really quiet with yourself, and it's healing. It's really, really healing and wonderful. So that's what I hope that you listened to just now.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so now I'm guessing that we get to the point where I get to ask you some questions, little Missy.
Oh boy.
Yay. Okay. What drew you to NYU? And I think our listeners would love the story.
Yeah, this is a pretty awesome story. And the gift just keeps on giving with it too. So 8 years ago, or is it 9 that Clint came into our lives? 9 years ago, my mom and my stepdad got together. And I mean, as a kid from divorced parents, like, it's always kind of difficult to have a new outsider come into your family and, like, as a second grader, invade your home and change the routine and how things are run and where the milk goes in the fridge.
That's still a bone of contention.
It is very much so. It's really difficult. So when he decided that he wanted to take us to New York City, that first year that we were a family, I was like, okay, I can live with this guy. This is fine. Like, I can deal with him. And New York City, of course, like the city, and I want to be there. Don't even know anything about it. I want to be there. But before we got to go, Clint came to me and said, before we go, I want you to do research and figure out things you want to see, things you want to do when we get to the city. And so I started ticking away, famous people, da 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 da, like what's in this city. And I found out that my idol, Lady Gaga, lives in New York City. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to know where she lives. I have to know everything. So that got put on the list and ended up snowballing into me researching where she grew up, what school she went to, and what college she went to. And I found out that she went to NYU Tisch. And without knowing anything about the school, I said, I'm going to NYU Tisch. That's where I'm going to school. And over the years, I've been in New York several times, and we make a point pretty much yearly to go and walk the campus of NYU. And we toured it during like COVID times, and I got to see inside some of the buildings and where the dorms are and Washington Square Park, and I got to see all of it. And of course, finding out that my stepdad was an alumni there just really was like, whoa, this is like legit. And people from Idaho actually get to go to school here. Like this isn't, it's far out, but it's not that far out. And it slowly just became more and more solidified in my heart that that is where I was meant to go to school. And after 8 years of really difficult relationships in school and pushing myself really hard in school and everything that just has happened over the last 8 years in the world and in my own life, it came to college application season, and I wasn't going to apply to NYU because I didn't think I had a shot at getting in with how high the record was for, like, they broke the record this year for how many applicants there were for NYU, and the acceptance rate just started plummeting. And watching those numbers go inversely up and down, I didn't think I had a shot at all, especially at Tisch, which is even more selective. And we went and spent Christmas in New York, and my mom made me walk the campus one last time, and she convinced me to apply. And she said, you might as well shoot your shot because you don't want to look back and regret not having put yourself out there. And so I did. And during spring break, actually, no, before spring break, I had to do auditions and memorize a bunch of monologues and songs and everything, and I'm working on it on family vacations and in all my spare time and recording things at school and bugging everybody about these crazy auditions that I'm doing, all with the hopes that I get into this dream school. And on spring break, I got waitlisted. And I remember I was in Mexico and I opened it up on my computer and I called my mom as I opened the email, and it said waitlisted. And she goes, that's not a no. It's not a no. It's not a no.
I've never been so excited about a not a no in my whole life.
Never been so excited about a maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
So time goes by. I'm waiting for the wait list, and I ended up accepting my spot at Pace University because I hadn't heard back from NYU. Pace University, I'd be going into the business program. I wouldn't be going to the program that I wanted, but at least I'd be in New York. And 6 days later, I was going into work at the Chinden Zamzows, and I went to go clock in or send my supervisor the time that I started working, and I got an email. And of course, every single day after I got on the wait list, I'm checking my email like a madman, like, come on, this has got to be the email. So I tap on it out of instinct, and it says, important update, NYU admissions. And I'm like, oh my God. This is it. Like, this is where I figure out whether I'm in or out. And dear friend of mine, Tracy, is standing right near me, and she's like, well, open it. And I'm fumbling the username and the password, and I'm shaking, and I'm all nervous. My palms are sweaty, so my phone's all sticky, and I'm just trying to get these in. And I open it up, and it says, congratulations. We are so excited to inform you that you have been accepted to NYU Tisch. And I practically dropped to the floor, just like, I got in. I'm in complete shock. And I hug Tracy, and I take off running towards the parking lot. And she goes, where are you going? And I yell, I've got to call my mom. So I get her on the phone and I'm sobbing in the parking lot.
I mean, this is, I got to set the stage for another mother who's listening to this. Like, she's bawling into the phone, and I know that she's been driving. She's driving to work. So my mind immediately went to, she's been in a car accident.
I'm sobbing and I'm yelling like, Mom, I got in NYU. And she's like, Rafielle, I don't understand what you're saying.
Like, calm
Slow
down.
down.
Everything's going to be okay. Slow down. Yeah.
Take a deep breath. What are you trying to tell me? And I'm like, Mom, I got into NYU Tish. And then she takes off with the same response that I
was
had.
at my office. I was at my office, and Clint, my husband, works at like kitty corner for me. And so I go running out of my office. I've got the phone in my hand. I'm bawling and blubbering, and Clint thinks that Rafi's been in a car accident.
I mean, I have a completely clean driving record,
You
and
do.
of course I've gotten in a wreck.
No, that was the first thing we thought of. It's always what parents do. You just wait. You just wait.
Oh, great. So yeah, we had the whole. I got in. I didn't even go to work. We drove straight home and accepted my spot and got everything rolling. Denied pace, everything, just got it rolling. And all of this is just absolutely amazing. And I get to the day of my graduation party. After all is said and all is done, I'm going to New York. Plans have been made. Plane flights have been scheduled. And my mom and stepdad surprised me with Yankee tickets to go see like a Yankee Red Sox baseball game. Because as I'm going to New York, I feel like I need to be a Yankee fan if I'm going to be a true New Yorker. And it's this stack of paper with the tickets on it, with like the ticket master tickets. And I'm flipping through it and there's only 2 up front. And of course I'm going to go look at like the 3 tickets for the 3 of us while there's a stack of paper sitting in front of me. And my stepdad plays coy and says, oh, did they not all print? Oh, that's annoying. Well, are they in the back or something? And I keep flipping through and I get to the last page and there's a picture of Lady Gaga in like her Mother Mayhem get up on the back page. And I dropped to the floor and I started sobbing like I had been accepted to NYU all over again. Like I was in child's pose on the floor sobbing.
It was, as the gift giver, it was the best reaction ever.
Oh,
like,
yeah. By the way, the gift is getting to go see Lady Gaga in New York at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. So this is the bizarre thing. Clint and I were trying to figure out what to do for her for a graduation present. We're racking our brain, and he comes running into the kitchen. Rafi wasn't there, and he's like, you're not going to believe this. And he's like, Lady Gaga's playing Madison Square Garden like the day before Rafi moves in. And I was like, what? And then we're like, okay, we got to make this happen. For now, they're nosebleeds. They're not going to be like great tickets, but she's going, by golly.
I'll be in the venue. But how full circle is all of that? Like from the very beginning, Gaga being my inspiration to even like look at New York schools. And then to get into the exact school and the exact like program that she got into that I set my sights and heart on in the 5th grade, 8 years later.
It's pretty remarkable.
And
It's
then
such
to
a
get
cool
to
story.
see her the night before I move in. It's so,
It's mind blowing. Every time we
it's
retell
so
the story,
much.
it's awesome.
it's so much to wrap my brain around.
I know. Everything is right now.
Oh yeah.
This is a good question that I want to ask you next. Is there anything you're actually looking forward to leaving behind when you go? And be very careful how you answer this.
Yeah, I do need to be. Like time-wise or physically, like what I'm excited to leave behind?
Either. Is there something that just comes to mind that you're like, you know what? I'm not going to miss that.
High school.
Yeah.
High school sucked.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't like the school, and I got bullied. I struggled with the people at the school. I struggled with the teachers. It was always a power struggle, which why would I have a power struggle with a teacher? I don't know. Maybe
you are a
asserts of
force to be.
authority.
You're a force to be reckoned with. Let's be honest.
Oh, it was, did we just sigh in the exact
We
same
might have.
tone?
We might have. Okay, I think that's real. That's I think. And honestly, if you'd had a great high school experience,
I think
still
I still
okay
would
to
be
say
excited.
Yeah.
I'd still be excited to leave because I'm going to NYU. But other than that, That's tough. I would say, like, I'm excited to not drive, but in not driving in New York, I'm giving up that, like, super private, sacred singing time that I have in my car.
I get it.
So
That's what showers are for.
Is it? I mean, I do love a good shower concert, but I'm not sure how much my roommates will appreciate that.
Oh, they'll appreciate it. In special ways they will, I'm sure. I actually still have friends from college that there are three of us that were more theatrical. And just to be clear, I did not go for theater. I went for biology, but I did sing with a group. And those girls, when we get together, we still sing some of our old songs. And our friends are like, no, you are not singing Castle on a Cloud. We don't want to hear it for the 89th time. No, you cannot. Yeah, we don't want to hear the whole rundown of Hamilton. Thank you. Like, it's so funny.
It hurts my heart.
I know. But that's why I've got you, because you and I can do that all the time. Here's a good question. So what is something, like one thing you can think of from growing up that you think will really help you in college? I mean, please make there be something.
I gotta think. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. What's one thing from growing up that you think will really help you in college?
Being able to roll with the flow. When I was little, with the divorce and with, like, everything changing, I was really, really stubborn, and I didn't want anything to change because I didn't know how to deal with change. And as I got older and more change happened, and more, like, the more drastic the changes became as I got older, the more I kind of figured out that I can't control everything. I can't have a grasp on everything because I'm just me. I can't control every situation in the whole wide world that I will ever come across. And being able to roll with the flow has helped me a lot. Navigating relationships, navigating school, navigating home, everything, literally and physically navigating home. Being able to roll with the flow has really helped me. And I think that is going to be, like, the key thing that I take with me to college, is being able to roll with the flow. If I miss the subway, well, I guess we're walking. Gotta roll with the flow. If I don't like my roommate, which I think I will, but worst comes to worst, I just gotta roll with the flow. Gotta figure it out. If I don't know where my classes are, I just have to roll with the flow. And especially in such a big city with so much hustle and bustle, being able to roll with the flow. Is there any other way I consider roll with the flow? Or should I just keep saying it 8 million times? Being able to navigate that more easily. Is that a better way to say roll with the flow? You know what? Who cares? Being able to do that, I think, will really be handy and a nice tool in my back pocket. So
I do admire that you can do that.
I try.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Is there, and I don't know, I was trying to pre-think what your answer would be on this one, but is there a ritual or a habit that you want to hold on to once you're on your own? Aside from, brushing your teeth and all those things that I that I taught you to have. Other than those things, are there any little things that you do that on a regular basis that you want to hold on to?
That's really tough because I do a lot of the same things, but they're very Boise things. And I don't know if they will stay a part of my, like, everyday life when I move over there. I sing a lot of the time. I sing in sentences sometimes. Usually you sing in sentences. What I'm trying to say is I'll sing what I'm saying.
Yes, I know. We both do that.
You know what I'm talking about. I'll just be going on.
I know. I'm well aware what you're talking about.
Thank you, Mom. So I'll probably end up doing that. That's kind of routine for me. As I'm getting ready, I'll kind of sing through my outfit. I did that on my way here. I do it all the time, so I'll probably end up doing that. I'll probably end up setting 10 alarms each morning.
That'll be fun for your roommate.
The first 15 minutes of my day, I have an alarm go off every 5 minutes. And then from then to the time I need to leave, it's every 15 minutes. So that is how I stay on track.
All right. That's let me know how that goes, would you?
I will.
How about let's talk about Boise. Let's talk about this it's now full-blown city that you grew up in. Are there little things about Boise, maybe places that you're going to miss, or I mean, I'm going to guess there's probably some people you're going to miss. But what are some things about Boise itself that you're going to miss in New York City, which does not resemble Boise in very many ways at all? Yeah.
Well, there are physical places and there's things about the places that I think of when you ask that question. So first, what comes to mind is, I mean, obviously my home, but like knowing the layout of everything, that is very Boise. Because like everybody knows where Camel's Back Park is, where the mall is, where the village is. Like, no, well, that's Meridian. Whatever.
Still, it's in the valley.
You kind of know where everything is, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like, oh, like Perea Grill on 13th Street. Like, most people know what I'm talking about. If they don't know the restaurant, they know the streets, they know the area. So I'm going to kind of miss that small town feel where everybody knows where everything is. And I wouldn't say everybody knows everybody anymore, but there's almost that kind of feel. There's a spider web where everybody can figure, oh, you know him, I know him too. We should know each other. That kind of feeling.
Yes.
Kind of forgot the other thing I was going to say, but that for sure is very Boise that I'm going to miss in New York. I remember. I'm going to be a nobody in New York. When I'm here, I'm Callie's daughter.
Oh.
I'm Callie Zamza's daughter. I'm Jim Zamza's granddaughter. I'm I guess that's kind of it.
You're part of the legacy.
Yeah.
It's kind of looms large here. Yeah.
I've worked in the stores. Everybody I've ever gone to school with kind of knows me because of that. And when I get to New York, they're going to be like, Zam's house?
You'll say Zamzo's, but who cares?
Yeah, I'll say that's not how the jingle goes, but cool. It's fine.
Yeah, when I went to college, and again, I didn't go as far as you did, but when I went to college, people were like, that's a weird name. And I'm like, no, it's not. Everybody knows that name.
Yeah.
So it's very strange to leave here because you will find that people find it to be a very odd name. And where is that from? And what is your background? And yeah, it's kind of, and also there's a novelty in new places about Idaho in particular. I mean, in California, they just, I became the potato and, it's like all, the Idaho girl or whatever. And so you will definitely have that because I don't think there's going to be very many Idahoans and certainly not Boiseans that are going to be there at the same time you are. So yeah, you'll probably get that from your friends and whatnot.
Did I tell you that I looked up the statistics or like the numbers of percentile of NYU students that are from different states?
Oh.
And the smallest percentile they had was 0.04%, and that was Wyoming.
Okay.
And Idaho wasn't on the list.
Oh, wow. I was thought you were going to say Idaho wasn't, but we weren't even on the list.
No,
okay,
weren't even on the list. And so Idaho makes up less than 0.04%
Oh, wow.
of NYU.
Well, and honestly, I leaned into that. I loved it. You will get a lot of people saying you're from the Midwest, huh? And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm technically Pacific Northwest, huh? And you'll get a lot of Iowa and Ohio, and yeah, so it'll be fun. You'll get to teach people a little geography, and so that'll be kind of fun.
I mean, coming from someone who's so good at geography, ought to be great.
It's the first time ever that you'll be able to stretch that muscle. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, this is the time where we take a moment and we thank our sponsor.
Mom, can I do it?
Sure.
Okay. This episode is brought to you by Zamzo's, proud to support growing things, whether it's a lawn, a tomato plant, a puppy, or a daughter like me heading to college. Learn more about how Zamzo's can help build a thriving garden, lawn, or pet at zamzos.com or any of our convenient Treasure Valley locations. Now we got to sing the jingle, right?
Sure. Nobody knows like Zamzo's. Nicely done. Let's start the sharing is caring portion. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
So this particular part of the segment, we do kind of a quick lightning round, and these are just kind of quick questions and quick answers. So Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So first question. What is your current song that you have on repeat right now that you're listening to over and over? And if it has a cuss word in it, please don't say it.
In the name or just in the song?
In the name.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know that you have songs right now that don't have inflammatory language in them. Your music style right now is interesting.
Okay, well, I've got like one in a couple genres. So I've got like 3 on repeat right now.
All right.
As far as country goes, I've got Kiss Her in Front of You by Morgan Wallen.
All right.
It's a big one. I love his new album, but that one's stuck in my head. I have The Color Violet by Tory Lanez stuck in my head. And then I have Vanish Into You by Lady Gaga from her Mayhem album.
Okay.
As you know, because I was singing it in the mirror this morning.
Yes. Well, we got to get boned up on those songs. So we can...
Oh, no. Shadow of a Man. That one's more so than Vanish Into You.
Oh, I'm glad you corrected that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
thank you.
important.
That will be helpful to our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's a quote or a mantra that is grounding for you?
I'm going to use my yearbook quote.
I like it.
And I'm going to say Natasha Bedingfield. She said, here is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. So it's like, I know the story, I know my past, but everything that's happening in front of me, I don't know. It's unwritten. But someday it will be a part of the book, and it's going to be a very exciting chapter. So it's like my go-to quote there.
That's awesome. I love that. How about your favorite late night snack?
Sweet Tart Ropes, cherry punch flavored.
I knew you were going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And it's so delightfully nutritious right before bed. I'm going to get letters. You're not being a good mother. Okay. How about a favorite new show or movie?
Let's see. If I've got 3 shows on rotation right now. Got Lucifer, How I Met Your Mother, which is like my 5th time watching that show, and Stranger Things that I'm watching for the first time. There you go.
All right. Everything happens in 3s with you, I think.
It's a good number, I guess.
I agree. Okay, now we're going to switch to the question that we ask all of our guests. You know, our jingle.
Mm-hmm.
What's the tagline? Nobody knows like Zamzows, right? Okay, so we ask everybody, what is something that nobody knows?
That's a great question, because usually the things that nobody knows, I like to tell people.
You pretty much tell everybody what you...
I bet you didn't know this about me. Here's this little segment. Oh, no, I don't know.
Okay, how about this? What do people not know about me? Dun, dun, dun. Keep it clean.
Mom! Oh, my gosh. Okay, here's a little fun thing about my mom. So when we go to Maui, there's a shave ice place called Ululani's, and they have this like local flavor. They also have a syrup and a powder of it. It's called Lihing Mui. And someone, I'm not pointing fingers, except for I'm pointing a finger, really, 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 really likes Lihing Mui, and to the point that she went on Amazon and bought a bag of Lihing Mui powder, and she keeps it in the car because when we go get frozen yogurt, she brings it in with her and puts it on her froyo.
It's the best on like a Dole Whip. It's the best because Lihing Mui, if you haven't had it before, it's like salty and kind of tart and sweet. Like it's a really unique flavor. It comes from like a pickled plum, I want to say. So but they grind it into this powder that's bright red and makes your tongue bright red. But if you sprinkle it on like a Dole Whip, like the pineapple Dole Whips, oh, there's nothing like it. It's so good. Yeah. But at Ululani's, I get the syrup that's Lihing Mui, I get the concentrate, and then I get the powder on top.
Yeah, it's just a bowl of Lihing Mui. You might as well be eating the pickled plums.
And my face is like my mouth and my lips are like bright red after we do that. Yeah.
You can't combat my blue raspberry though.
That's true. That is true.
It's always more potent than yours.
Oh, we've got such wonderful moments together, Rafi. I love it so much. This has been more delightful than you could possibly imagine. I'm going to try to get through this ending here without crying, but thank you for doing this for me. It means a lot to me, and I hope that the listeners enjoyed it too. I certainly enjoyed it tremendously. So I appreciate that you took the time to do this. And this is going to be a hard guest to top. I'm telling you, you were pretty fantastic. Of course, you're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. So thank you, Rafi, for being here with us today. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, follow the podcast, leave us a review, and, maybe call your mom.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. Okay. Thank you for listening to the show. We'll catch you next week.